Hello guys, welcome back. We are out on another all-nighter adventure. We are with the Lanshan 2. We're going to find a lovely little place to camp for the night. We have an awesome view. I've come to a spot where I know there's some good ground up here. Now around it over here it's been deforested a little bit, but the place I want to go right there, it has some nice cover, so fingers crossed. Pack weight is about 12 kilos. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a yellow t-shirt like this, it is actually the start of the hunting season here in Norway, and yeah, every so often you'll hear a gun blast in the background, people hunting deer. Normally it's mostly at night or in the morning, but yeah, normally you wear like an orange cap or something like that. I don't have an orange cap, but I have a bright yellow t-shirt, which will do. Right, so let's get over here and we'll see what we can see. I'm just going to take a few minutes, go over this and remove all the bits and pieces that are on the ground, so we have a nice comfortable lay, or comfortable as we can possibly get, right? Because I'm not sure how you're going to manage to fit this Lanshan in here. It's not perfect, but it's not the worst either, right? So we're going to have to make it work. So this is the Flames Creed Lanshan 2. I'm going to show you on the other side. I also had to set up my thermocell, midgie and fly repellent, because yeah, it was getting quite bad for little bugs here a little while ago, and this has fixed it. It's one of my favourite little gadgets. To put a stone down here, tie it points. Tent is nice and taut. As I said, it's not perfect, but it is good enough, guys. And yeah, this is what I really wanted it for here, is this view. It's a cracking view, really nice view. So there's my view for the evening. It would have been nice if I did it so that the door was on this side so I could see across, but it is what it is. Yeah, that is a cracking view across the lake. I can see all the way across here. This is a good probably 10, 15, 20 kilometers to the other side of the lake from here. And it's just gorgeous, look. It is gorgeous. What a cracking spot. It's so calm as well. I'm not sure, guys, if I bring the Lanshan up here if it was very windy, especially with not being able to get the stakes in the ground very deep, but yeah. It is worth all the fluffle. Try to set up the Lanshan just for this view, I think. You want to see inside the tent? You want to see my setups, right? So this is a two-skinned tent. It has the fly on the outside and it has a mesh inner. This is a three-season tent. I wouldn't use this in the snow, although I see on 3FUL's websites and stuff, they do use them on the snow, but I don't think this tent is strong enough to withstand like a snowstorm with a lot of snow. Like this just won't, up here this just won't cope, I don't think. It's not a bad tent, but yeah, you've got to use it the way it's meant to be used. But let's see. So we have the bedding in here. Let me go away in the corner. Bedding, same as the last time. I've decided to put a silk sheet on this, and it actually goes all the way around the inflatable mattress. Right, and the reason I've done this, guys, is so I'm actually going to lie on this tonight. I'm actually going to lie on it, and I'm going to have this open like a quilt across the top, right? Because yeah, that is the one thing I hate about sleeping bags. This one's a quilt version of a sleeping bag. That's one thing I hate about sleeping bags, is how tight they can feel at night. Sometimes I'm a side sleeper, and I am 6'4", so you can imagine how much room I need in bed at night, right? So this just doesn't cut it. When it's closed, it is okay. If I was freezing cold, I probably would have to zip it right up and pull it around my neck and all that other kind of good stuff. But yeah, tonight hopefully it's not going to be too cold. As you can see as well, I have a fleece lined pullover on as well. I also have a puffy here. This is a goose down puffy. I bought this one the same time as I bought this one, in case you're wondering. This one, it packs down incredibly small into a little bag like this, really small. So we have that, we have 2 pillows, and again guys, this is the main reason as well, as my pillows can't move in there because of this hood that's on this silk. It's actually it's one of those ones that you meant to use inside the duvet to protect it so it doesn't get dirty, and inside your sleeping bag so it doesn't get dirty and stuff. But I've thought about putting it on the outside like this, and it keeps my pillows perfectly still. They're not going anywhere all night. Right, so yeah, what else have I changed? I've changed my clothes a little bit as well. I think the last time I slept with the clothes I had on and I was fine until the middle of the night, and then it was a bit cold. So we are going to start to wear the clothes that we're meant to wear when we're out. Let me see what I brought today. Let me see, so we have wool socks. I always bring extra socks guys, because yeah, that last time you didn't see it. You didn't actually see it, but I stood in a little boggy deposit. Little boggy hole or marsh, I don't know what you want to call it, right? So I only had one spare pair of socks, and then I had to put that sock back on in the morning. So we have spare socks. Right, these will be the ones I wear to bed. I'm going to get into the habit of actually wearing my bed clothes in bed. Make sure I do it tonight. We have a buff. We have, I think this is just your bog standard thermal base layer for your top. This is the opposite. This is for your buttocks. This is the bottom half for your legs. You can see I'm going all in with the stuff tonight, right? Another thing guys as well is, if I have to, like for example in the middle of the night, get up and whatever else, I have a pair of shorts here that I could pull up over my thermal stuff. Like I can wear all this all at once, and I can walk around outside and whatever else. Because I haven't actually brought with me another pair of trousers, right? So I'm wearing shorts today because I prefer to wear shorts. I just get too hot wearing trousers all the time. So yeah, if I was cold and I was walking, which never happens, then I could put on my thermal bottoms with my shorts. That makes sense. And then we have a spare pair of pants, socks. These are my favourite socks as well. I noticed yesterday they had a hole in them. Yeah, I have a lot of socks, don't I? I think one of these is probably the spare pair from the last time. I've forgotten to change the area. So we have underwear, and we have a neck buff. This is one of the things I didn't bring with me the last time. This is just basically, it goes around your neck and you can pull it up over your head and whatever else, just like a hoodie, if that is your cup of tea. Speaking of food guys, let's have a little look, because we spoke about tea there. Again, before I left, this is what I'm starting to practice all the time, is if I'm coming night camping, I just love to come at this time of the night and look at all the wildlife and the sunset and how calm it is, and then later on we'll be able to see the stars and whatever else. I like this type of camping then instead of multi-day camping, because yeah, then if something happens to me, quite often I get sick. You guys will know this already, or I used to get sick, and yeah, I always just plan for the one night. This is what I like to do, come out one night, and it's just awesome. It's awesome to look at stuff. Yeah, we were talking about food there. I've already eaten. I had a big dinner before we came out, and what I also did guys is, because I know this hill here, there is a stream on this hill, but it is dry. Most of the streams on the hills here are dry right now just because of the lack of rain. So I've had to carry the water up with me, but I brought 2 litres of water, and I think the last time I only used 2 litres of water. But before I came, as I said guys, I had a big dinner and I drank loads and loads of water before I came, right? So I'll probably need to go for a pee, and then that'll be me until morning. I'll probably have too much water. Alright, I brought a spare meal this time, right? I didn't last time, and I thought, well, what if I was hungry at night time, right? So I brought some chili. This is vegan chili con carne. I'm not a vegan, by the way, this is just the one I happen to have. Snickers, half a bag of peanuts that I ate the other half yesterday, and 1 coffee for the morning. Oh, that's me, got my gym jams on. You want to see what I'm talking about here? I have my shorts, my thermal bottoms, thermal top. I still have my hat on because I'm outside, and I'll put that beanie on later if I get a little bit cold. But you know what guys, I just noticed here is there's like a bazillion cranberries here too. Let's have a little look. Look at these guys, there's loads of them everywhere, and they're quite big as well. I'm going to make sure I just pick big ones, because sometimes I pick the small ones and they're a wee bit sore. Oh my god, so many. Look at them. Look at them. We'll go along this, you can probably see them. They are everywhere. Cranberries everywhere. Yeah, sometimes I pick these a tad early, and you guys will be able to tell me if you know if this is correct or not, but sometimes if you eat these too early, I think it might give you a little bit of a bad stomach. They're very nice though. Very sour, but very nice. Oh, there's some big ones there, look. Right in there. Oh, these ones are a little bit off. Tiny bit off, you see that? Some of them are a little bit rough, so these ones are perfect. You see the size of them? So this spot is absolutely perfect, look. Right guys, it is night time. It's like, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. It's quite dark outside. And I thought I'd show you this little thing that I rigged up here for my phones. Let me just take it out so you can see. This is my phone holder. You guys will all have holders like this, right? And mine just happens to fold over like this at an angle. So you can set it up like this and watch it, right? But when you're in a tent, it's very, very awkward to look down the way at something lying down, right? So all I did, guys, was this. I have some bank line up here. I've made a little hanger line along here so I can hang socks up and whatever else. Right, and from that line, I've kind of done what you'd say would be the start of a prissik knot. You know what that is? Where I've looped the line around itself, right, and because this line is quite stiff, bank line is quite stiff, it actually holds its position. When all I've done is the back of my phone, like this, you can see there's a little flap there. Most wallets will be the same, where you can actually do the same thing. All you need to do is put it over like this, drop it and then down, and it should be able to hold your phone. No problem, because it's right on that centre of gravity here, so it won't fall off either way or nothing. Just thought I'd share that with you. Guys, it is night time here as well, right? So I'm going to wash my stuff. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. I've been woken up by this tractor thing right there that I passed yesterday. It's one of those log collectors. I swear to God, I thought the guy was coming up here to do these trees here. It's like, no, please. Right, so let's get a coffee on. Oh, because I need it. Oh. Yeah, this lay wasn't completely flat in here last night, so all night I was fighting gravity. And the mat and stuff was sliding down towards middle here, but that's a lesson learned as well. I mean, there's more space here, look. All this space here, it looks flatter than up in that corner, yes, so. Still not a little bad camping spot. Today's kind of dull and overcast. But yeah. Let's get that coffee on. That is very good. So I'm just giving my gear a little bit of an air out before we pack away the tent. This nature hike, Lanshan 2 Pro, not Pro actually, is ultra easy to take down. It's much easier to come down than it is to put up. One of the things I did notice, guys, I was looking at my temperature rating on my sleeping bag, and yeah, I was wondering why I was starting to get a little bit cold sometimes at night now, and it makes sense because it is getting down to like 6 degrees sometime, and you can clearly see here comfort is 6 degrees, and then it starts to get colder, transition to not so nice and comfortable. I mean, I was never cold all night, but I could feel like that was the limit of this duvet. I'll just show you this, guys, because it is super easy to put away. This is sail nylon. It's basically a nylon sheet that is impregnated with silicone. Impregnated, oh I like that word. Impregnated. And yeah, it makes for a really durable, waterproof tent. This is how you get in, just push it in as hard as you can. We can see how small this compresses. So you basically have a shelter that is under a kilo in size, right? So the only thing I would remind you guys of is, yeah, this bag is not the strongest bag either, but there you go, there's our Lanshan put away, ready to go in the bag. So there you have it, we are all packed away. Doesn't this bag pack down really, really nicely? Look at the form of it. 3FUL, it's a lovely pack. Quite clearly see here the lay that I was on last night, and I'm showing it to you because, yeah, it's quite evident that up here was flat. That's where my head end was, roughly, but over here it comes down to like a slope like this, and eventually overnight the whole pad just slid down. Here we could work with stuff, as in you could improve on stuff like this. I mean, this part here looks perfectly flat. You could move moss from up here into this bit and make it better. Just noticing all these bigger cranberries up here. The size of these aren't really nice. God, there's so many big nice cranberries here. The thing is, I'm not that overly keen on cranberries, but yeah, if you're in the wild and you need something to give you some vitamin C and whatever else, with some cranberries. This is the terrain we're walking through, and yeah, you know what I'll get this year that I've never actually used ever is gaiters, I think, because I'm bad for walking through terrain with just my shoes and socks. Yeah, and the inside of your socks do get absolutely filled with crap. You don't want ticks and beasties and whatever else to go down there, so yeah, this place is just covered in cranberries. Right, we're heading down to the road down here, guys. I'm showing you just a little bit of the terrain because I think that's nice in a video. If you can see what I see as we're walking along. I think the GoPro's in its wide angle as well, so you should see what I see. You know what would be nice if we could find some blueberry before we go down. I can see the odd one here, but they're very small. We just want to take away that bitter taste from the cranberries. There's a chance that these have already been picked. I'm not seeing much here at all. One. Speak of the devil and you shall be rewarded. Some blueberry here. There's not very many of them. I did see actually a woman on the way over to this spot collecting them, so maybe that's why there's not so much here. In Norway, they're good. They're my favourites over the... Wait, was that a raspberry? Teeny wee raspberry. You're coming with me. Get you. Who needs breakfast when you can pick it as you're walking? Yeah, here in Norway it's kind of big business. People going out collecting, harvesting berries and stuff. We are getting back to civilization. Little logging road here. So I took my fleece off there and I realised I haven't actually changed from my thermal stuff that I wore to bed. I've changed my shorts, but I didn't change my top. When I looked down my fleece, I have a polyamide ex-army top. It is this colour, so I thought this was it. What a dumbass. What a dumbass, but isn't it nice here, apart from all the logging? It's nice to get outside, guys. I can feel all those little bits in my socks. Have to get gaiters the next time. But anywho, if you've enjoyed today's show and you want to see more content like this where I go out camping, most of the time it will be for overnighters, but sometimes I go for longer. I go for a couple of days or a week at a time. A week at a time is quite rare for me because I like my home comforts too much. But guys, yeah, the thing I like the most is getting out in nature and the exercise. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this trip. I was fine all night. I wasn't cold at all. So the layering up that we did with the clothes to keep us warm was good. It didn't get mega cold last night. It was maybe about 8 degrees Celsius according to my phone. But yeah, I think we're getting to the limits of that sleeping bag. What I think I can do is maybe bring another light sleeping bag and use it over the top or in it or whatever else. But yeah, I've noticed that I like loads of space, so we might actually have to buy another thicker sleeping bag, I think. We're coming up to the junction where there's cameras and stuff. This place is monitored because they like people to pay to come up here. Don't worry guys, I've paid for the whole year. Anywho, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.